I'd like to call the January 10th, 2024 meeting of the Ogden Town Board to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd ask that you remain standing for a moment of silent reflection and prayer for military servicemen and women serving around the world, as well as for our first responders. Thank you. Before we get going, I would ask that we have the board members, the highway superintendent, and the town clerk just join me at the podium down here for a second. And equally, I'd like to invite the town's attorney to come and join us. When I took, actually before I took this position, I had a conversation with the town's attorney at the time, and we talked through a bunch of stuff, and the town's attorney said to me, you know, I don't know how much longer I'm going to last here. And he said to me straight-faced, I don't want to have to train another supervisor, is what he said. And so the time came a number of years later where I was given the nod, very appreciative, and I sat down in his office beforehand, and he knew I called the meeting, and he told his wife about the meeting, and his wife asked him, "So you getting fired?" And, you know, I don't know if there was actually that thought with Dan, but I essentially begged him, and I said, you know, we're losing some board members and a supervisor that bring decades of experience to this body, and we need that perspective there. And so Dan graciously agreed to stay. And this is incredible. I had to recheck this a number of times, but Dan celebrated in November, sorry, we always said that, his 50th year serving the town. Nice. 50 years. Pizza. Yes, so we have pizza. Well, you know, before I pass this over and give anybody else a chance to have a conversation, transition is difficult. I mean, there's a lot that happens between one thing to another. I mean, every single person that is up here is new as of however many years. Noel a little bit more than others, but you have an entirely new board, new supervisor, new highway superintendent, a lot of new employees. It's not simple. It's not easy. And what I would say is a word for you is steadfast. I think you've been the constant that the town has needed, and weathered, you know, both great seas and stormy ones. And I can't tell you how much that's meant to me. I know it's meant a lot to the people that are here, not just up here that get the visibility, but all the people in the background that have learned to rely on the wisdom. And you're here pretty much every day. Sometimes it's just to walk around and say, hey, how's it going? Okay, see you later. Yeah, or take some cookies. Thank you for always funding the Employee Appreciation Day by buying those cookies. But I can't tell you how much it means to be able to ask all of the annoying questions and be able to have you answer them, but also that you're just there, you're just steadfast in helping and supporting this town. That is a tremendous legacy that will live in this town for a very, very long time. This just really simply says thank you for your dedicated service of 50 years, and it's really nice, actually. Thank you. I want to also give the opportunity for anybody that wants to say anything, and then you can round us out and share anything you might want to say.
pleasure on my part. I've been serving on the board with the previous supervisor and now with Mike and the current board, and you've always been there, and you've always been that guiding light for all of us, and we appreciate all your time and your service to this town. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll echo those thoughts. Thank you very much, Dan. I've been a board member now for 2 years and attended at least 2 years of meetings prior to that, so I've always listened to your advice. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, I'll echo all that as well. It's always been good to have your advice and your perspective on things when we're talking, so it's gonna be weird having somebody different doing that for us, so.
He's not leaving yet, by the way, I'll just say that. He's committed to 2024, so this isn't a retirement
But
yet.
when it happens, it'll be really
Yeah.
good.
As the latest addition to the board, they said I'd have to be the one to say, listen, we need you to stay just a little bit longer. So I was gonna hold that for 6 more months.
You don't get it yet.
Thanks.
Danny, thank you for your service.
No, thank you.
And I have your cookies here for you now.
That's it.
Brian, you wanna get them up?
Well, I want you to at least take a look at this, and then if you don't have to say
You
anything.
know, if you ask a lawyer to say a few words,
It's like a politician, right?
you're in trouble, but, I look back on it, and every once in a while, when I see a client even in the office, and they say, well, yeah, you did our will back in '73, and, I was talking to a fellow lawyer today, and I said, well, I've been practicing law longer than you've been on the face of this earth. And it was true. I mean, you know, they were 50 years old, but, you know, I started when they were born. So, I've thoroughly enjoyed being a town attorney, and I always say to people, I'll give you my advice, you may not like it, you don't have to follow it, but it's the advice from what my partner used to call the gray hair. If you've been around long enough, you've probably seen something very similar, and this is how it works out. So I'm appreciative of the opportunity to have served the town for 50 years. I look at the pictures on the wall and all the supervisors that I've had the pleasure of assisting through their jobs, including the most current supervisor. And I thank you for acknowledging the time that I've spent. I did commit to 2024. My wife is looking forward to 2025. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you.
Gather around.
Yeah. Come on, why don't we take a step forward?
Sure. Why not?
Right here, I'm good, right here.
Steve, you wanna take a seat?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
No.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. I know that was purchased with ARPA funds.
Okay, well, thank you all for giving us the opportunity to honor Dan with that, so. Okay, let's move to approval of the minutes, Resolution 71.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Gerbino. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, Resolution 72.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, we have privilege of the floor. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board on really any topic? Noting that there are two groups that are going to speak with us in the after the regular meeting. Anybody else that wishes to address the board at this time? Seeing none, we will close privilege of the floor. Next, we'll move to Resolution 73.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman Tom, second by Councilman Baker. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Town audits, Resolution 74.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman Tom, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. I mentioned that there are two items in correspondence. One is a donation, $25 to the DARE program for the Ogden Police Department, and second, a letter from Mr. Rich Gilmore, appreciation for the town board's efforts in the new building department fee structure. It was very kind of him. We will now move to reports from town officers. Couple of things here. First is that the board will remember that we took a position in the finance department that was the payroll clerk, and we created through civil service the position of accountant. When Sherry was promoted, that position has been, vacant, and we've been looking for people that would fill it. The accountant title has not worked, and we still don't believe that the payroll clerk is the right title for the position. So we have decided to take a look at what civil service calls junior accountant. So it's basically in between the two pay scales, in between the two responsibilities, and is probably more in alignment with what it is that we actually need. Well, you have to go through the whole process through civil service. So we just recently were approved for that position. We now have access to the list. We're canvassing, we're going out, we're doing interviews. And so you will see, hopefully by our next meeting, for sure the establishment of that position, but we're hoping that we actually have someone to bring for that position, because Sherry's doing an amazing job, but I know that she could use someone really soon. So please look for that resolution coming next time. Through the process of updating a bunch of our policies this year, one of the things that we know has been needed is a number of items that are mentioned in our purchasing policy, but that haven't existed. And so we've been working on updating those just for a lot of clarity. Things like surplus whenever we need to go out to surplus, and a couple of other things too. So that'll help clarify a number of things. We have a pretty big push for an open house that's coming up next Wednesday, January 17th from 5 to 7. It's our comprehensive plan open house. We'll have the members of the committee here, but also we've done a little bit of an outreach to the community for anybody to come see and give some input, but also just see what we've kind of been working on for a comprehensive plan. You're certainly all invited, Wednesday, January 17th from 5 to 7 p.m. That's next Wednesday. We did have a meeting of our emergency preparedness group just to talk through the windstorm. That really wasn't much of a windstorm, but it was a nice run through. And we're also, Todd's been working with former Chief Mears at the school district on a scenario. Weirdly, the scenario is a wind event, and kind of a dry run through what that would look like in an emergency situation. So I know that they've been working on that. That's coming up next month at some point, right? So thank you for all your work on that, Todd. Did write letters to two of our special police officers congratulating them on their promotion. Mark Marcello is promoted to lieutenant, and Brian Ugorig has been promoted to sergeant. We're very grateful for all of the volunteer services of our special police department. Looking forward to the grand opening ceremony for the Brew School of Music. This is tomorrow. If anybody can make it, it's 4 p.m. The actual ribbon cutting is 4:30, but come see me. I think we shared the information, but if not, I'll be happy to share it with you again. It's the facility. I think it's like 2 doors down from Bad Apples Bistro, so that's where it is. Ribbon cutting at starting at 4 o'clock. There's also a ribbon cutting. I believe you all got a personal invite to this for the Pirate Toy Fund. That's on the 20th. And if you need any other details, let me know. We did add a late resolution to allocate some ARPA funds for a splash pad in Pineway Ponds. This is really to help us secure a $75,000 grant through DASNY with a total approximate cost of $450,000 for a new splash pad. I have had continued conversations with Congressman Morelli. He even called me last night, talking about progress that's being made, and we also talked about how that we've had some involvement from Senator Schumer's office, who I spoke to today. Without getting into too much detail, they scheduled a press conference without letting anyone at the town know, and we're working on resolving that issue. But I would say that the plus side is we have a senator and congressman both that are trying to address this and working hand in hand with stakeholders at CSX and the county to try and bring resolution to our residents. That is everything I have. Councilman Baker.
Thank you. I had a really productive meeting this morning with Highway Superintendent Wolf and Dan Wick from NW Contracting out of Alden, New York, for the proposed fuel tank project that's going to be done here on the campus right by the highway garage. It's going to be a really impressive project as far as, you know, the capabilities for providing not only our fleet with proper fueling needs, but has the potential to help out some other entities around the town and the village, possibly with meeting their needs for fuel. It's like I said, it's a really good project. The owner is a woman, which really helps, you know, with the NWBE qualifications, and you know, I think moving forward, it's they got a pretty good schedule. You know, that I think they said over the summertime it should be completed by Labor Day. I think that's what they said, Dan. Am I correct? So really good to hear from them and meet with them and go over the project. And like I said, it's really going to help out the town with our needs as far as fueling our fleet.
You said the project's going to be completed by Labor Day?
That's what they're proposing.
Oh, I don't know that I don't know that the board has seen that.
No, not yet. It's all on paper right now.
Okay. News to me. Very good. Councilman
That's it.
Trevino?
I have nothing to report.
Councilman Hinman?
I just wanted to share with everybody, I was able to go, I was at the last planning board meeting where it was Mary Lou's last meeting, and she was very appreciative of the time that she's been able to be serving on that board, and she was very appreciative of the plaque that was given to her, and wanted to convey her appreciation to this town and let everyone know how much she loved this town and loved being a part of it. So it was a real good moment, and I think it was, I think everyone there really appreciated it. We took her out for something to eat afterwards, and it was a good time, and I think she really appreciated it. So other than that, come out.
Thank you. Councilman Toms?
Briefly, I met with John Cohen in the library, just to circle back on a couple items that he had opened. He's close to getting the new SSL certificates for the website so that'll be secure, so that's a great thing. He also received his $20,000 grant through Assemblyman Josh Jensen, so he's going to use that for his computer upgrades. And he actually got the emergency exit also got fixed. Thank you, Tony, for getting that done. So I was appreciative of that too. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. The birthday man of the day, the Highway Superintendent, Dan Wolf.
No report.
Okay. Another year. Town Clerk, Noel Burley.
We are in the midst of collecting town and county taxes. First week, been very steady, steadier than normal for this time of the year. Yesterday, we were audited by the U.S. Department of State for our passports. We were given very good marks. We got 47% our passports last year. We went from 300 to over 500 in 2023. So they were very happy. We had a 0.04% mistake rate. So they really had nothing to audit. So he was very happy, and it was a good day for us. So that's it.
Very good. Great work. Mr. Shum, Town Attorney.
The board received correspondence previously from Pam Dolliver at the assessor's office concerning certain exemptions that were available to the town. She did a very nice job of outlining the alternatives and whatever, and I received from her what she thought to be the board's end result, which was to increase the exemptions or the qualifications for exemptions to the, if you will, the maximum available income limits and whatnot. So I circulated draft local laws, 2 of them, and I'd ask the board to take a look at them. The concept would be to advertise for a public hearing at the next meeting to be held in the first part of February. Pam says it needs to be done before March 1st. So that's it.
Very good. Okay, there being no other new business, or old business, we will move to new business. And Madam Clerk, take it away.
Resolution 75, awarding Thomas Fence Company LLC the bid for the furnishing of the Ogden Police Department fence project, all in accordance with the bid specifications at the accepted bid price of $50,500.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Baker. Any discussion on this?
I'd just like to add that this would be paid for by ARPA funds.
Yes, sir. I was actually literally making a note of that as you speak. Yes, thank you. Any other comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Resolution 76, authorizing the appointment of Joshua Drake and David Boer to the Town of Ogden Special Police Force effective January 11th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 77, approving the hiring of Jada Brunson as a volunteer intern for the Town of Ogden Police Department effective January 11th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Tom, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 78, authorizing Ogden Town Supervisor Mike Zale to execute an extension of the salt agreement by and between Monroe 2 Orleans Posties and the Town of Ogden to cover the 23-24 salt season.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Gerbino. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 79, authorizing the Ogden Highway Department to expend funds levied and collected for the repair and improvements of highways and received from the state for repair and improvement of highways.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Baker, seconded by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution number 80, authorizing the Town of Ogden Highway and Building Departments to sell surplus property no longer needed for public purposes at the 2024 winter auction.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerbino, seconded by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 81, designating the use of ARPA funds to replace the splash pad located at Heinley Ponds Park and authorizing budget adjustments associated with the same.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Tom, seconded by Councilman Gerbino. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. I would like to make a motion that we adjourn to work session.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Toms. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are adjourned to work session. Thank you all very much.